Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tasiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Makakodash. I want to give the honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. And peace and salutation to the sincere Akiam across this world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening. And may the election be for your households. Khan Shalom. So today I want to make a video concerning storms, okay? The Most High has His way in the storm, like the scripture says. When there's a storm, hail, okay, thunder, lightning, that's the Most High is doing, okay? The Most High is allowing and controlling these things to happen. Nowadays with HAARP, okay, HAARP, people can control the weather, okay? These Edomites, they can control the weather. But ultimately, it's the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yashai who decides what happens with the weather, you know. If He allows it to be rainy, then it's going to be rainy. If it's another loud, then it's not going to be rainy. So it's still by the will of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Anyway, yesterday I was with my family, and there we were driving in the car. Okay, we were at one of the Akiam. And we were going home. So on the way home, we started to notice that there were clouds coming, and we already heard that there was gonna be a storm yesterday, right? So I was like, it doesn't really seem like it's gonna storm, but anyway, as you were about to leave, we step into the car. All of a sudden, the clouds get dark, you know, and the road we have to take, or the road we had to take, is in the Dutch, it's called a dijk. So that road is like on the left side is the ocean, and on the right side is water, you know. So when it storms and it's dark outside, okay, when we left it was dark, and you see only a road, you see water on the left, water on the right, is dark. And then all of a sudden you see thunder and lightning. That's a crazy sight, man. Okay. So after a while it started raining so hard that I could not even see clearly, man. So I was just I was just driving with faith. Like I was like, hey man, this might be it. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is, the road. There's one road, right? It was raining hard as fuck, and the road was getting like aquaplaning. So I don't know if you call it aquaplaning, but basically when there's a lot of water on the ground and you drive over it, then your car and your wheel gets sucked into a different direction. Okay, so your steering wheel goes from left to right, left, right, you know, and then the car loses its control a bit. So as I was driving, there was in the distance, I saw like the danger lights of a car being on. Okay, apparently the car had stopped on the side of the road. So I knew something was up. When I was driving, you know, I came closer to that car, and all of a sudden there was this aquaplaning. So at the same time, okay, there were cars coming from the other lane, you know, driving towards me. Okay, that because when you drive, of course, you have two sides of the road, you know, two directions. Okay, so the other direction was coming also in with lights. Okay, their lights pointing at my windshield, so I couldn't see shit because of their lights. I couldn't see shit because of the rain. The car on the right was a bit, you know, distracting. And the cars coming my way was also a bit distracting. Here it is thundering, which also that lightning was giving a fucking, you know, let me not say fucking, but it was giving off a bright color that was also blinding. So in that moment I was like, damn, what's going on? And at the same moment, you know, the car was being sucked into that aquaplaning, like I said, man. So my car was going left, right, and I was like, hey, damn, we're gonna die today. That was crazy, man. I was like, nah, man. I don't know if we're gonna make it home, to be honest. you know. It was a windy, okay, raining hard, and mind you, it's like a road with the ocean on the side and the big river, or also part of the ocean on the other side. So when it storms, the wind might be blowing that water on the road also. So it was a disaster, man. You know, and I was just thinking in my mind like, hey, how about Shimmy Shai, man? Just keep us safe and bring us home safely, because I was already imagining like, hey, what if we fall off the road and come into the water or some shit. I was like, damn, thinking about all types of crazy scenarios. Now, before that happened, as you were entering this road, this in the Dutch we say the dijk. Okay, so let me show you, man. Dijk, weg, met water. To give like a bit more clearer picture. Let me show what it was like a bit. So it was kind of, well, it's kind of like this. Kind of like this. Kind of like this. You basically have the road, and then you have some things on the side, and then you have that water on the left and on the right. A bit like this. Okay? So only one road to that leads home, so to say. So I was in my mind praying like, hey man, Yawartasa, Yahbashim Yashai, help us get home safely. Because it was not me, I think, it was not me that was holding that car on the road, man, because it was not happening once, it was happening multiple times that car was being sucked with that aquaplaning, going left and right. Let me see, aquaplaning, GIF. If when your car basically is slipping from left to right. Let me see if you can see it clearly. So this is what can happen, with aquaplaning. Okay, this is what can happen with aquaplaning. But it was not going to the format that we was heading the other way with the car. It was also not really like this. Okay, it was not like this. It was just a little bit going to the sides, a little bit more like how this car is moving, like the first second, only that part. So I was like, damn, it kept happening. And I was like, the Most High has his way in a storm, and that's real, man. I was thinking like, let alone, people that go on the sea, man, in boats, and our ancestors, like Apostle Paul, being in the sea and having to do with all these storms, man. It's crazy if you think about it. But Yahweh Bashim Yashai, he protects you and he makes you go through it to be safe, man. So you have to put our trust in Yahweh Bashim Yashai. So before I entered that road, I was thinking in my mind like, hey, it seems like a movie, man, like a movie in America, and the only thing that was lacking was raining and crazy thunder, lightning, because in the beginning, as I was riding on the road, it's like a 20-minute ride on that road, and this felt like the longest 20 minutes ever. So in the beginning of that road, it was not raining yet, it was not really light, having thunder and things like that, not really dark yet. So as soon as we hit that road, it was all of a sudden fucking dark as hell, raining. So the Most High showed me like, oh, you want to see that, a rainy scenario on your windshield. So he gave me that, and I was like, damn, man, it's getting hectic out here. Anyway, Nahum 1:3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord had his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. Okay, Yahweh Shemeshai is, he controls the storm, man. And the clouds are the dust of his feet. So from there, let's go to the book of Psalms 107. Psalms 107, verse 23. They that go down to the sea in ships, that do business in great waters, like I said, man, the people that have to go to the ocean on boats, man, they have to do with storms also. And they don't have no land inside to be safe, man. It's just them, their boat, and the ocean, man, and the storms. These see the works of Yahweh, and his wonders in the deep. For he commanded and raised the stormy wind, which lifted up the waves thereof. So they are, how do you say that? They see the might and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yeshai in that storm, man. Okay. When the Most High lifts up the waves through that strong wind, they mount up to the heaven. They go down again to the depths. Their souls melted because of trouble. That's how scared they are. They reel to and fro and stagger like a drunken man. You know, when somebody's drunken, they don't walk stable, man. That's what happens with those boats also, man, because of that storm and those waves, man. Goes back and forth and are at their wits' end. Then they cry unto the Lord in their trouble. Okay, they praying to Yahweh Bashem Yashai. You know, if it's, of course, if you know about Yahweh Bashem Yashai, you would pray towards him to keep you safe, you know. And he bringeth them out of their distresses, you see. He maketh the storm a calm, so that the waves thereof are still. And that's what Yahweh Bashem Yashai does, man. Okay. He can make the waves calm again. Okay. Then are they glad because they be quiet. So he bringeth them unto their desired haven. So Yahweh Bashem Yashai, you know, he decides if you're gonna make your destination or not, man. Alright. And yesterday, I was really thinking about, like, hey, man, I don't know if we're gonna reach our destination like this, because the way it's going, it's not looking good, man. Anyway, just wanted to speak on that little testimony, you know, like Yahweh Bashem Yashai, you know, his power is really known when you see earthquakes or when you see storms happening, you know, tsunamis, things like that, man. When you go, you know, when you see videos online of thunder and you know what, and crazy rain, you know, it's different than when you experience it with yourself when you are actually on a dangerous road at the same time, man, like this. Which also made me think about the kingdom, you know, a fire at one side and a dangerous, you know, water at the other side, man. That's basically, you know, the road to the kingdom is also like this, man. But Yahweh Bashem Yashai will make you go through it, you know, to reach your destination. Read about read in the book of 1 Corinthians, if I'm correct, about all the things that the Apostle Paul had to go through. I believe three times he suffered shipwreck, man. That the ship was just destroyed. That's crazy, man. But hey, you know, I hope it was edifying for you also out there. If you feel in trouble, you can always pray to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yashai to keep you safe, man. So with that, I want to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kakudash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across this world, who are spreading this knowledge in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the election be upon your households. So I made it safe, you know, thanks to Yahweh Bashem Yashai. So Kalalal Yahweh Bashem Yashai, which means all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yashai. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.